Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back. I'm World Dragon and this is our continuation of Burden of Command. Go ahead and continue. We're going back to boot camp. I say back, we haven't left yet. And we are still pushing through all the intricacies of the game. Yes, we just finished 2 houses, I believe, unless there's a second stage to this. Should be past this. Is this not saved? It doesn't look like it's saved. Oh, it's saved. It's saved.
I think a good leader is a man who knows what has to be done and sets about to do it. But he also has to know about the people that he's got to do it with.
If you're not liking a guy and you know he's got the ability to lead you, you don't care whether you like him or dislike him. First of all, guts.
Guts.
Second of all, brains.
Guts, a lot of guts.
If you ain't got the brains, you don't belong there.
A lot of guts.
Because you're going to take men with you when he gets killed.
You don't want them to, you want to take no men, no matter if they hate you or not. You want to get them in alive and get them out alive.
You got to look up to the guy and like him. If you don't look up to him and like him, you're not going to go with him. And then everybody tells you any different. They're talking through their hat.
There you go. There were 3 guys from Easy Company. Those are the guys from Band of Brothers, especially Bill Garnier. I remember him explicitly. He very much features in the series. He is, yes, he's one of the big characters. If you haven't seen Band of Brothers, I highly recommend it. It's a great series, especially if you do like World War II's. It's definitely entertainment, but it is slightly kind of docu-series. It does follow events as they happen. Video of veterans from Easy Company 101st Airborne Time Hack 1731, courtesy of World War II Foundation and Dick Winters. Hang tough. Static image is of a poster from the Office for Emergency Management, Office of War Information, Domestic Operations Branch, Bureau of Special Events. Dick Winters was, in essence, the commander of Easy Company. The referees confer, clipboards are exchanged, a dialogue concerning your performance begins and ends. Mission, major victory. Men, major victory. You were able to send the Wandering Squad out of danger, but that wasn't part of our criteria. Firstly, you failed to personally lead an assault, the field umpire indicates, and idly taps the top of his clipboard with his pencil. If the men don't see you with them from time to time, they won't be half so eager to go in, Sergeant Bennett adds quietly. Temporary morale bolstering efforts were acceptable. The men know your voice, Captain, Sergeant Bennett says to you, and they'll respond. Rallying technique minimal, the field umpire remarks, casting a sideways glance at Bennett. It means you left things to your lieutenants, Sergeant Bennett says, which isn't terrible, but you have to be able to motivate them if someone takes it in the neck. Lastly, fire direction unproven, the field umpire says as he taps his pencil on top of his clipboard. The captain directs fire, Sergeant Bennett says things get done. Frankly, you need a refresher course, the field umpire notes, then signs the bottom of his clipboard, which we will arrange to polish the rust off. No sense polishing a turd, Sergeant Bennett remarks. Eventually gain experience +4. Next exercise. I didn't do everything that in essence they potentially wanted me, but quite frankly, I got it done and I got a double major victory. So, I'm gonna call it done. You don't have to do everything yourself. Tomorrow is another day, Sergeant Bennett agrees, as the platoon sergeants organize the men into columns for the march back to the barracks. Hopefully Sergeant Layton has a hot dinner ready for them. They've certainly earned it. Once again, in case any of the devs are watching this, we're still getting a soft error, non-fatal, ICUP tag by, send failed, etc, etc. Getting that every single loading screen. My world. Aid my men. How are we looking? Is anyone close to a level up? Doesn't look like it. I'm not doing too bad. Trust earned 71, experience 45. House leaders earn the trust of their men. Increase trust earned by 25% at a cost of 10 loyalty. Woo. Cost of 5 prestige. Lieutenant Wilson. When did you come into things? Lieutenant Dearborn and Lieutenant Stern. I know those guys. 40, 36. We got a bunch of zeros on the go. Oh, 100. I assume. Yep, you've got your star. Cool. 116. The MG squad, the other MG squad. Oh, the Motor Squad not doing that much at all. Really? I did quite a lot with them, I thought. Well, Prestige is 22, Loyalty and 6, Commander Trust, etc., etc. You know, cost of 5 Prestige. You know, I'll leave it for now. I'm still going through boot camp. Not too worried. Continue your journey, your world. Let's continue the journey. We'll have a look at how things stand at the end of boot camp, and we'll push things forward from there. Crossroads. 25th September 1942, Virginia, United States.
That's where we left.
Senior.
We left from Newport News when we went overseas to Africa then.
Now, when you were there, did you know where you were headed at that point in time?
Nope, nobody knew where we were going or anything. I mean, until after we were out to sea for, you know, quite some time, and then somebody said we were going to Africa.
Somebody probably said they were going everywhere. 25th September 1942, Camp Pickett, Virginia. The barracks at the other end of the courtyard are quiet and still as you approach. A starlight glance at your watch finds that it is almost time to resume training. Men have had it easy these last days, Lieutenant Bennett says as he falls in beside you. No doubt he's eager to rouse the men. Early to bed and early to rise makes them better soldiers. The men gain a little experience, suffer a little suppression. Very little experience, suffer very little suppression. The men will be ready. Wake them up. The lights come on and the orders begin. Those who are slow to wake up aren't flipped out of their beds, but they are chided until they get ready via shit, shower, and shave. After a quick and hot breakfast, they grab their gear and stumble in the dark, cursing softly under their breaths until the sunrise eventually puts an end to that. A brisk hike in shoes. The map takes you right up a ravine and the men stumble forward as best they can. Halfway to the top, the field umpire steps out from behind a tree. The expected clipboard is in hand. The sole exercise of the day, he calls down to you. Company level operation. You have to secure the road ahead, both the crossroads near the apple orchard and the hill overlooking it. The field umpire turns and gestures towards the crest of a nearby hill. You men groan as they realize just how much further they have to go today. Why are the peaks always on top? Private Morit asks. They've always been up there, Private Patterson replies. Tradition. Okay. Ah, hell, this will be easy, Sergeant Bennett remarks as he hikes to the top of the ravine beside you. We know our stuff, Lieutenant. Fire and movement, bombardments and assaults, nothing to worry about. Just a bit of a walk getting up there. Then the field umpire blows his whistle. Enemy machine gun, plunging fire, 2 casualties. Choose one of these men. He points to Morris and Patterson. Patterson points at Morris. Morris points back at Patterson. Those two are a package deal. Weigh the merits of Morris versus Patterson. Follow their wisecracking. Both men are competent soldiers. Patterson's definitely the clever of the two and has that easygoing southern charm, but Morris has an excellent bullhorn voice when he needs to be heard and hard-headed New York practicality backup if. So we're going to keep Morris. Field umpire blows his whistle again. Too long, Lieutenant. Your hesitation means both men are dead. Great! Both look at each other, shrug, and topple over melodramatically. The other casualty is your Sergeant Bennett, the field umpire indicates. However, he will be able to accompany you in spirit, as it were, but he may not pass along your commands. Sergeant Grant to the front. Grant will do fine, Sergeant Bennett says. Sergeant Grant scrambles forward to assume the role of platoon sergeant. The platoon guide will be the replacement. Very well, the umpire replies. We will now proceed with the exercise. Grant comes forward. A swift explanation puts him in charge of the platoon. Both of your sergeants look your way as whistles blow once more. The rest of the men brace themselves for an uphill struggle. There is one thing, Sergeant Grant says. His sudden promotion to platoon leader clearly weighs heavily on him. It seems like every field problem included a part where, if we forget about cover, the refs would subtly remind us. A good point. Thank you, Lieutenant. Sergeant Grant says, why don't we creep forward and take a quick look around? It'll slow us down, but we're waiting for Lieutenant Wilson anyway. Okay, let's creep forward and keep casualties low. Click to access the Bokopedia for tactics, hints, and help. Nearby signals, the exercise commences. Objective, the Crossroads. Objective, I'm going to guess that hill behind it. And so who do we have? We have, I wish I could remember, and I wish I could... Oh, Lieutenant Unnamed and Lieutenant Dearborn. Okay. The creep button, the creep button. Morale check. At first squad, first platoon, did you ask me to include currently unselected? Yes. Okay, I've got them both. Right, creep it up, platoon level. And there they are, a detachment of enemy soldiers waiting in the woods for you to come strolling toward the hill. Silence means security. Obviously that won't happen now. They haven't spotted us yet. Lieutenant Sergeant Grant and consider how best to both secure the Crossroads and elevate position. Mission! Finish exercise before turn 8. Men suffer no more than light casualties. Revealed. They are facing in this direction. So in that case, I were to not select one of my guys because that's not how it works. You must only move one hex, cost 2 orders. I want to rotate to one of these guys. I want to get in that bit of tree coverage. Did anything. Okay. What is the range on shooting again? Quite a bit. So if I stick a guy up there, fair chance.
Pick it up.
Oh. Prize! I should have crept. Bolster to improve chances. We can't bolster, they're too far away. Oh, it's not his go, of course. Creep into there. Okay, he's done. Oh, we've got these guys revealed up on the hill. That's what we should have been doing all along. He's been revealed, but I don't see the guys that shot me. There must be some more machine gunners around here somewhere. Interesting. Interesting. Go and creep these two guys into here. Now, these guys have turned up on the Crossroads. We don't have... Now, both my guys are spent, so I don't really have anything I can do. Turns left 14. Second platoon coming up. Sergeant Grant calls over to you. Lieutenant Wilson must have hustled them right over the ridge. Training were a game of chess, then this would be a strong move. He points towards a hillside where 30-odd men, along with their umpire, scramble along the wooded crest. Lieutenant Wilson leads them from the front. Their runners should make contact shortly, the field umpire says, then checks his watch. Reinforcements. Now these guys are down in that direction, but I would like you guys to... Okay. Let's press 3, let's press 2. Interesting. I would have thought the fact that I was shooting flanked and from above, but it still only makes a 50-50 choice. No, just him. And can I... How are you guys doing? Really not good. Don't rally those guys. Now if I were to ask you guys... Yeah, I get it. I've got Lieutenant Wilson and 3 squads, second 2, and have arrived. Make use of them. Use the squads to help take the objective. A leader acting alone will not do. Okay, that's fine. Oh, they've been rallied. They have no... I didn't realize in rally... An initiative chance. I mean, who knows? We don't know who the enemy are, really.
Let's go.
Interesting, nobody else was revealed. Creep all these guys up, they're all hiding. Hopefully get some nice flank shots on these guys. Oh. So much for hiding. So much for hiding. Wow, way. Got that much. Our LT is better than yours.
Let's get back out there.
Okay, we've just been revealed after surprising them. That's definitely should have done something. Move rally. Left 13. What I jogged over and halts before you, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Stern says to tell you that he can have the mortars ready to pound the enemy to crap whenever the refs blow the whistle. It was quick, Sergeant Grant notes and glances towards the northeast where the runner came from. Usually the weapon soon lags even further behind. We should send a runner to show him sight lines. Stern knows his work. Stern knows where to put his guns for maximum effect. Toggle to enter line of sight mode. Left clicking a hex now makes it the anchor for a line of sight line. I As you move your mouse around, you will see where line of sight degrades or stops and why. Okay. The enemy has elevation, which makes their line of sight superior, especially everything atop the hill where that MG is also set up. You can check line of sight of any hex by left-clicking it. Shaded hexes will show what can be seen. If need be, the line of sight tool reveals even more. Stern's men continue their march with stovepipes and logs in hand. So for instance, if I was to go and click this, it shows you everything they see. Do everything they see. Do everything they see, along with optional extras. Lieutenant Stern and the MG, and the mortars. Everything he sees. Okay. Because they're just out of range of that squad, unfortunately. On the other hand, they're probably in range of a lot of things. May have, but if his model's correct, he's facing down this way. He certainly doesn't, and he certainly doesn't. Uncertain enemy.
Double time, gentlemen.
Think I'll get shot. Oh, yep.
Kaput.
That was very much in his kind of sight. How did that do for me? Not great, not too bad though. Stains cover. Flanked. Nice. Killed an enemy leader. He got very nicely flanked. Okay, those guys are suppressed. They're not going to be doing much. We'll see if we can see them off shortly. These guys still have something to be done. Right, we're not going to use these guys next. Let's go ahead and hit. Get past him. He's spent. Two is Stern. Waters. We can hit there. We can't hit there. We can hit any of these. We can't hit any of the enemies, basically. Okay. That's hill, I think.
Move that mortar.
It's definitely a better position. Not great. Of course, yes, as it said, they do have elevation. Ah, let's turn off this mode. Jeez. Bit extreme. Gonna take a shot now. Haven't done his actions. Lieutenant Wilson shot back by the looks of it. Lieutenant Wilson ain't doing great, but still going. Whoops. Let's bolster these guys.
Come on!
If... Okay, Sergeant Grant says, as the refs decide that the assault didn't work, we need to get the men fired up before we try that again. Make sure you're using a high morale unit to attempt the assault whenever possible. Bolster them. What?
No can
We're
do.
bolsters. That's rude. And then... Too far, note low morale. Nobody's doing great on morale, are they? Second squad, first platoon has low morale. I don't think I... Oh, I can rally them. No, I can't rally them. They didn't finish rallying. Oh wow, they got real badly suppressed. They got destroyed. No, it's not your go, is it? It's your go. With your MG squad, but you can't shoot anybody. Anybody, I tell you. Apparently nobody around. Come down here and bolstered somebody. Oh, these guys.
Come on already!
Oh, we're getting shot at. We shouldn't have gone so far. Oh, the MG squad on the hill. That was a bad idea. Ooh, those guys have been very badly hit. I took both his moves. I thought they'd only take one. That's him spent, that's him spent, that's him spent. Just my MG guy left. Very far to go. Okay, I'm doing really, really bad with this. Like, really bad. Definitely end my turn. Message from Captain HQ hurries over. Lieutenant, Captain Lamb wants you over at the command post now. That's a direct order. Follow the messenger. Minoko Company's commander says to come over. Nichols' platoon leader comes over. Find Captain Lamb, map in hand with 3 other messengers, one each for 2nd, 3rd, and weapons platoon. After he glances your way, he dismisses them. Them fellas really want to put us in a pickle, don't they? He asks as you approach. Refs delight in our torment. At least they claim to have a purpose, he says, and taps his map. The umpires say we need to take that hill without taking too many casualties. What do I need to know? I ask where they were keeping you. They shoved a heap of mess hall trouble my way, claimed it couldn't wait, he says. But I threw Sergeant Laundry at the paperwork and snuck out, trying to move forward. And they don't make it easy, Captain Lamb notes. Okay, we'll develop your plan. What are the sight lines? Okay, the hill sight lines. The hill does dominate, Captain Lamb remarks. So they've got an MG that outranges our rifles, Lamb notes, and they've probably got even more squirreled away. Not likely ambush places. Cover's good for us, but also good for them. Anything else, Lamb asks. And let's get to it, Captain Lamb says, and let's slip an eager smile that stirs your nearby men to action. Yes, sir. Move out, Captain Lamb says, and with that you return to the platoon for the first time in a long while. The entire company is training together. Captain Lamb has arrived. Alright, so these guys who are now here flanking and surprised. If I activate these guys generally on this squad, obviously Captain Lamb can interrupt. I can't miss that flanking opportunity really, but I can do that as a special order from the captain. And that's pretty much all I want from this squad. So I think I might actually activate this squad. Rally.
We ain't out of fight yet.
Did a double rally by the looks of it. Everybody got rallied. I love that. These guys squaring the flank. Wasn't quite in the flank, it was kind of off to the side. They are suppressed. Target heavily suppressed. Nice. And then I am going to... which one was it? Got one order to a non-leader unit. Rested, support artillery, creep. Take command, captain, there you go. Guys to shoot these guys in the flank. These guys, and these guys should be able to flank them next time if I can get some. I'd have to rally and maybe bolster, but these squads are both pretty much out of it. I could do with hitting these, but that'll have to do us for part 1. Very hurt MG squad, I'll tell you that.
Rally on me!
Rally that MG squad at least. Shooting already suppressed enemy is unlikely to have any additional effect. They already have their heads down, and most times only an assault will force them to retreat or surrender. Now I'm pretty sure they've got line on sight of me if I step out of this cover. These guys are suppressed though, so shouldn't really do too much. Rally.
We are needed again.
Of course, that takes up both of the squad's action points, but they're rallied anyway. So they are fixed. So to say, these guys are very much suppressed. If I said you and said cool artillery, no, we just got the mortar. Cancel. Won't spend a unit doing that. We are, however, on these guys leading. Do you know what's have you guys group one forward? Okay, nothing new revealed. Let's hit next turn. Okay, I'm gonna say Lieutenant Stern. Can I get your mortars on? No. No spotter for line of sight. Uh-huh. Right. I was to say you. Be a bit more map, but still. Your spotter needs to be higher. Right, well, there's something to remember. So Stern not doing much. Rally your boys as well. At which point you've got 4 actions left. You're unlikely to be shooting anything. You're unlikely to be shooting anything. You're unlikely to be shooting anything. You've used your action. This guy at the back. Can't run through squads. Okay. Trying to tell me that those two are going to get me shot in. I mean, he can't really move. He's going to get shot wherever he goes. Left, we do have Stern, although getting him anywhere is pretty difficult. I could do one more squad out of turn. Problem is not so much mortar range, it's the fact that we need a spotter. Move there, I'll apparently get shot. Not do that. Pretty well down on this hill. Gonna guess mostly by this guy. Point actually. We not. No. Right, what I should have done is things differently. Just to end the turn. I need my next turn back. I'm not doing this very well. Getting used to these mechanics is an interesting thing. One of the tricks they've got planned for us up ahead, Sergeant Grant says, that the two of you consider the terrain and the map Roy Bennett tells it the fellows who write these exercises always like trying to be clever. The enemy is prepared and has chosen this ground for a specific reason. The Crossroads and machine gun position remain in red team's hands. Runner race is over, motions hurriedly for the umpire's attention. Naturally, he gives it. Naturally, Sergeant Bennett slips over to you. He certainly doesn't look dead. How you holding up, LT? Sergeant Bennett asks. Get a little advice. Notice the umpires have two, and I've overheard a few things, Sergeant Bennett says and leans in. We can talk about how they work, and especially this field problem, as well as solutions. Orders, waypoints, move on to other subject, end this dialogue. Okay. Here, this Crossroads. Right. This is a beautiful, fresh squad. What I'm going to do is select... assault to clear them out. Yep, I just wanted to make sure that they were, because I don't know how you... I think it's just a red mark, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to rally. I want to bolster. I want to... Apparently everywhere I move is death territory. We are leading here. That on that. Gonna get a response from anyone? No, not. He's heavily. What do they get into? Point. Suppression looking. Not too great. See everything. Yeah, seems to have improved his line of sight. Now, if I were to call mortars, what can I see? Not too much. I'd like to get onto this hill, basically, and I'll be able to see pretty much everything. But I will also probably be in line of fire, so that's a bit of a gamble. What I would also like to do is... We'll lead, right? We are not leading from anybody yet. Keep into here. Nothing went off. Terrifying. Morale check, very much a morale check, because We are in somebody's line of sight. Failed. They're bolstered. They're doing amazing. This squad is so heavily suppressed, it's ridiculous. And yet I just can't. It's insane. Absolutely insane. I don't quite get. I don't know. I'm missing something clearly. Let's bolster these guys.
Finish this.
Question is can these guys assault these guys? Failed again. I just don't get it. What am I missing? Cowering, unable to return fire. You know what I mean? Like they're down. They are so far down. It's ridiculous. Yeah. For some reason, I'm unable to charge them. I don't get why. I don't quite know what I'm missing. I feel like I've followed the rules. It's just not letting me play. We have to do a morale check to run through one of these squares. Okay. I mean, they're a mess, right? They're a mess. Can't suppress. Remember, users can only be suppressed so much. They are very, very suppressed. And yet... for half the week. Love it. That's fair. Alright, well, apparently I'm out there now. He's spent. Bolster. These guys.
Cotton balers, with me.
Can you guys assault these guys? Oh my god, it worked. It let me do it. All of a sudden, Lieutenant Dearborn stands up, signaling the referees for a timeout as he strides towards you. With respect to our judges, we must protest the parameters of this exercise. Lieutenant Dearborn declares as he pulls out a pack of smokes. The enemy's fire has proven to be so accurate as to approach the supernatural. Not long. He draws in a deep breath and continues. A machine gun at the top of the hill is so well sighted that a prudent commander would surely bypass this approach rather than beating their head against it like Burnside at Fredericksburg. We have no smoke, we have no planes or sustained artillery. There are tools warranted for the resolution of a problem such as this one, and we have been allowed none of them. Your choice may change Dearborn or the battlefield. Dearborn gains morale, Dearborn gains trust, Dearborn removes suppression, Dearborn regains some orders. Trial of character. Evaluation of coolness under adversity, perhaps, Dearborn considers. I had not considered that. The army would understand these things, but clearly we could. Indeed, now that the idea lies in the open, I can see why this exercise would be so arranged. Let us proceed. After dismissal, Dearborn heads off. When he reaches his men, he signals again to the umpires that they can continue the exercise. He's right, they stack the deck against us, Sergeant Grant says to you. However, the enemy picks the ground when they're playing defense. And it would always say that it's just their battlefield. We're just fighting on it. Maybe it won't always be that way, but we've got to expect it will be. Our burden, I guess. Yeah, LT, Sergeant Grant says. Guess we ought to get used to it. Right of character, here we go. Look to Sergeant Grant and find him waiting for orders. Dearborn sure is undaunted at our prospect against the MG, Lieutenant. Sergeant Grant remarks lightly beside you. He's not wrong, and while soldiers are trained to take cover at the first crack of rifle round, sometimes it's better to keep moving. reach good cover or even close with the enemy in assault despite incoming fire. However, that gusto doesn't prevent casualties. The umpires are fond of saying that bullets don't consider bravery in the equation before they hit. Training is an important experience, more so. Green troops are vulnerable and will remain so until they become veterans. The sure whistle blows, the exercise resumes. So they just surrendered? I assume that means that these guys have just lost their LT. Which I'm guessing, hoping means that they ain't going to be doing anything for a while. Okay, yeah, you're leading. That's highly fair. Sure, I was reckoning we can hit a double assault. Let's hit a double assault.
Gentlemen, follow me.
Cav squad surrendered. Nice. Very nicely with that. Oh, now who we got coming in? Oh, the MG squad.
Fire!
Shots, of course. They've got another guy in the back. That's going to be a mortar squad, I reckon. So let's get... Get our heavies further up. Won't be able to call in artillery support. We do need a better viewing position. There we can see the hill. Beautiful. How about from there? Yeah, that's probably a bit of a better spot. It's in cover. How about from there? Oh, kind of, yeah. That's a good spot to get Lieutenant Stern. That hill. Very much exposes the captain. Guys moving up. Let's probably call that turn. Turns left 10. Artillery is now available to your company, the field number indicates, then gestures to your radio man nearby. Your captain now will call in the coordinates as he would in the field. He will rule for delays and accuracy of fire as needed. This includes possible issues with communication. Of course. Big gun, Sergeant Grant remarks. It's about time. And of course, he's only... be able to hit where he can see. Right. So having him still is not a bad idea. He can then morale squads. Squad. Morale check. Because it's open ground, I guess. These guys are heavily suppressed. They don't really need anything more. These guys are leading, however, so let's... Fine, guys, you'll be fine.
Los,
Oh.
weiterfeuern! Haltet drauf!
They fired.
Move them out!
May now come and stand up on here. Of course we found another squad. Oh, and that put me, should we say, out of control? Nothing. Here, on the other hand, sees nearly everything. Oh,
Haltet drauf!
we found a new squad. So are they revealed or are they hiding? Rest of his squad's after him. What I'm with is perfectly fine. jump in back there. Rally these guys.
Gentlemen, steel yourselves.
Believe that is, apart from you, who can't really do a lot. Let's go. Count without a squad. Can a creep. You're something to be behind schedule. The field umpire notes as he checks his watch. That's nice. That MG squad finally taking a hit.
Get your ass in gear.
Flanking morale bonus. Resistance. Cap squad acting suppressed. Hiding, hiding, hiding.
Move it.
Right, so we've gone and taken out that squad. Next.
Rosenfels kaputt.
Press 0 apparently. That is definitely the mortar squad. Let's not waste this opportunity. Bolster these guys. Flank. Did I even dare an assault? I mean...
Advance!
Casualties and units are out for 1 for each casualty. They also reduce the level of victory for your men. In actual fighting, casualties would have been replaced. Costing prestige and reduce. Nice. Yeah, currently leading is this guy. Your squad's up after you.
Come on,
Rally on the go. I've used my commander far too much when I should have been using Stern. King. We have Lieutenant Unnamed, Lieutenant Stern left to go.
No
Fine,
breaks.
to be perfectly honest. Yep, there you go. Going to press.
The day ain't over yet.
Press my squad. Hit that mortar in the back. Done something quite nice of enemy. Start playing catch up.
Left, right. You know this.
Capture the point. Probably was squad. Can I not? Got a target, but they're okay. But they're definitely missing points. Then already rallied too much. Let's hit the next turn. You have passed the mark. Your company may no longer claim complete success. However, victory might still be had if you push forward. Wonder what tricks they've got planned for us up ahead. Sergeant Grant says the two of you consider the terrain and the map the way Bennett tells it. The fellows who write these exercises always like trying to be clever. So capture 2 objectives, 1 so far. Capture 2 objectives, 1 so far. Get the most VP so far, 18 versus enemy 2. Fire a mortar. And let's see about sapping what's left of their morale. That squad is also currently looking not great. Squad. This is squad, you know, bolster.
Ross, aim high.
I believe they are already fully suppressed. Yes, they are. Already in the red. That's what I thought. They are already fully suppressed. But hey, I like to make sure. And plus, I think it gets me a bit more experience. Let's move on from Stern. Let's this, shall we? Oh, cancel. My artillery support has gone. Let us bolster these guys. Yet. I would like you to assault these guys. Go on, Captain Lamb.
Me. Pronto, with me. Charge!
Rest assured the tide is turning.
Leading. Yes. And I've got one of his squads that are out of order.
Come on, you candy asses!
That's got to be a pretty good spot, right? Fires you to range find on this building.
Find a target!
Uh-huh. He's the captain? Ooh la la. Look who we just found. We fired our mortars, haven't we? Yes. Our MG squad, on the other hand. Oh, it's yes, no, sorry, yes, this guy is leading us. Okay, no, I'm not going to get you guys to do any form of morale checks. Back to stern. Shooting on already suppressed enemy is unlikely to have any. He wasn't already suppressed. Oh, was he? Yes, he was. Our LT is better than yours. Suspicious spawn. Yeah, I guess I have to go through open ground. Right, should be fine. Failed! Wow. Why do I keep failing my hand-to-hand checks? I feel like they should not be failing in the slightest.
Victory is at hand.
Suppose fire, you damn right you will. You guys are just attacking everything. You guys are real troopers. Me, on the other hand, I'm attacking nothing. I don't get what's going on here. Alright, no, I can't rally these guys. Oh, they need to be fresh to be rallied, of course. I think we should go ahead and end. Yep, seize this position. The enemy mortars never got a chance to fire a shot. The exercise continues. No, they did not.
Come on!
Gonna fail. Why? What is going on? Like, I've got a fully morale squad. They're bolstered. The lieutenant's gone mental. Like, do these guys just not trust me? Like, you'll shoot at him, right? And then...
Keep firing!
Alright then. I apparently shot him to death. We'll go for that, shall we? What are we looking? Out leading. Let's... That bolster button. Let's bolster.
We shall go forward.
Grab the squad. Let's charge.
With me,
You know these
gentlemen.
guys are gonna charge. Because this guy's a hero. I think they've still got a mortar in the background. Oh, we revealed... Acting captain? Acting captain. Let's get that acting captain.
We have them now.
Acting captain surrenders. Got everybody. Whistle blows, smoke drift, shouts cease. With both objectives in hand, the exercise is over. Major victory, minor victory, because I think we took too long. So we're going to leave that episode there. We've actually hit well over twice what I would usually want to put into an episode. We've hit over an hour. That took me a long time to get to grips with. I'm going to check things like those charge mechanics because I don't know why my guys refused charge, whereas Dearborn's charged every time. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But for all of you, especially those of you who managed to stick with me, thank you so much for hanging around. I hope you have enjoyed the episode and you're enjoying the series so far. And until I see you again, as per always, I hope that you will stay safe, happy, and healthy.